Hey there, everybody. So, what did you give up for Lent this year? Think about it. Well, the Pope has decided to give up being the Pope. Most of us give up vices, smoking, drinking, sex, swearing, something. He gives up being the Pope. Go figure. So, this is really historic. Whether you're Catholic or not, it's definitely something you should be keeping track of. And why? Because it hasn't happened in almost 600 years. And it hopefully won't happen again. And yeah, that goes in the whole Malachi prophecies and everything, but we're not even going to discuss that at the moment. I do have videos on that, but, you know. So, this is a big deal because Benedict is the first pope to resign, which is what it technically is, in paperwork. It's an abdication. He's the first pope to abdicate since Gregory the 12th. And he did that in 28th of September. No, 4th of July, 1415. And nobody's done it since. The first pope being Saint Pontian. That one was the 28th of December, or 20th of September, 235. He was the first one to do it. I don't know if there was a reason behind that or not. But anyway, we've not had a good run with Benedicts. Actually, he would be the third. Both the 9th and the 5th abdicated. The 5th in 964. Yeah, 964 he abdicated. And then the other Pope Benedict the 9th in 1048. Here's the weird thing. Benedict the 9th actually served not one, not two, but 3 terms as Pope. 3 terms as Pope. Because what happened was he resigned, was elected again, strange, and then he was bribed. Yes, the Pope was paid to resign again, and then he was elected again, and then he resigned. I'll just let that sink in a minute. Do you know how hard it is to become the Pope? The things that you have to go through. One, to be eligible to be the Pope. Now, there's a lot of people that are going to say I'm wrong. I'm not. Look it up in canon law. Any Roman Catholic male could be the Pope. However, it's exclusive to cardinals or bishops. And the difference between a bishop and a cardinal is not rank, not like a priest and a bishop. A cardinal is just a title given to a bishop. So a cardinal's still a bishop. They just have extra responsibilities. So how it works is, number one, you have to be at conclave. Now, normally, conclave starts 15 to 20 days. 20 days is the maximum after the Pope's death. He didn't die. And he announced his resignation well in advance of the 15 days. So, but I hear this is a rush job. So I'm not really sure how long it's going to take before conclave starts. But they're wanting to get somebody in before, I guess, Easter. But the problem being is that they're not really supposed to be doing anything during the Lenten season. There's one exception, which is a feast day in March, and I can't remember what day that is, that they could possibly do this. But they're wanting to get him in as fast as possible. But see, you can't really rush this because you got to vote. So you got to be there. You got to make it to conclave. And how it works, we're going to simplify it to everybody. You get the conclave, they take all your stuff, no cell phones, no nothing, laptops. They seal you in a room, and you have to vote. And you don't, do the whole, aye, nay thing. You write it down, and then you go up to the altar, you say a prayer, you put it in there, and it's counted and then burnt. The black smoke or a dark smoke means there's been no pope elected. If there's white smoke, there has been a pope elected. Now, how it works is there's 4 elections a day, 6 days a week, except for Sunday. And It well, the longest it ever went on was 3 years. Talk about somebody just not wanting to give up their availability to be the Pope. You have to have 2/3 of the vote. Now, popes can change this if Benedict deems, but this is how normally it goes. Now, like I said, you can be anybody that's a Roman Catholic male and be the Pope, but good luck. But see, the thing that drives me insane that Benedict the Ninth actually abdicated 3 times is the fact of, number one, it's not like a normal job. To even become a bishop, you can't apply for that position. Others have to nominate you. And then the Vatican, which has all these ambassadors, the U.S. and everything else, they go around all around the country, this country, that country, and every country. They get names and they promote to cardinal. So to become a bishop isn't too easy because you usually have to wait till somebody dies or abdicates their right to be a bishop and retires. Because there's not a bishop has a cathedral, and there's just not that many cathedrals opposed to just churches. So that's kind of hard. And then, like I said, to be a cardinal is even harder. And then you've got to make yourself to Rome for conclave. And so, I mean, you got a better chance of hitting the lottery here 7 times than being the Pope. And then this guy gets it 3 times in a row, which, to be eligible for conclave, you have to be in the room, as I said. So he resigned and then went right back in the voting booth, did he? Anyway, so that's pretty much the synopsis of it. It's not too hard, but this is a very historical marker. Christian or non-Christian, it doesn't really matter. Catholic, non-Catholic. The Pope, to resign, first time in 600 years, I mean, that's just a big deal one way or the other. I remember Pope John Paul II. I mean, there were people that I knew were Catholic. Some of them weren't even Christian. They thought he was just the coolest thing on earth. It was Pope John Paul. I mean, a lot of people respect the Pope that aren't even Catholic. So there again, it's kind of a big deal for someone, for one of them not to die. And then all of a sudden just be like, nah. Especially on Lent. That's kind of weird. As I said, I gave up what I gave up. He gives up being the Pope. I guess when that's the only thing you got to give up, maybe he's just playing it to the cheek. This is the only thing I've got. I don't have anything else to give up. I don't swear. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm going to give up being Pope. So anyway, that's pretty much how it goes. You can go and do some research, and it's really in-depth about how they're picked, but it's really simple at the same time. So I hope that clears up any questions as far as, people out there that aren't Catholic or just don't know how the process works. And I'll be making a lot more videos here in the future. Maybe. Depends on how bored I am, I guess.